Many of you might remember he made so much money he retired early, which really bums me out. But there was a comic strip called Calvin and Hobbes, and a little boy, and he had a stuffed tiger his little boy's name was Calvin, and the stuffed tiger's name was Hobbes. Well, when I was little, I didn't have a stuffed tiger. I had a piece of teak wood, and I'd like to introduce you this morning to my buddy, Mr. Man. My father worked at Scan Furniture in the Washington metropolitan area. He was the manager of several of their stores. And they had these guys. They had all different kinds of them. And they had, when they were new, they had a teak base that they stood on. And they had leather arms, and they had hair. They had a wig on that was glued to the scalp. And so they were pretty neat-looking little, like, troll things. I'm not sure what they were exactly. But when I was born, somebody at my dad's work bought one and gave it to him for me to have. And so they actually let me have it and play with it. And this is the kind of state that Mr. Man ended up in. He liked the Velveteen Rabbit. I loved him so much he became almost like he was real. Now, you know, the scriptures say that when I was a child, I played like a child. Okay, I had my Mr. Man to comfort me and to be there for me. And when I became a man, I put away childish things. It's kind of sad you become a man anymore about 5 or 6. I don't ever remember taking him to school with me. So he's probably been in my sock drawer since I was 5 years old. But prior to that, he was really important in my life, and I'll come back and tell you something about him in a minute. I hope that you listened to Sarah's reading this morning, and particularly these words from Jeremiah. "For my people are foolish, they know me not. They are stupid children and have no understanding. They are wise in doing evil, but how to do good they know not." It's a spiritual condition, and that spiritual condition is known as being lost. And that is the natural state of humanity. That is who we are by nature. Paul says in Romans chapter 3, "There is none who understands. There is none who seeks for God. All have turned aside, and together they have become useless." And yet, God wasn't content to let us stay in our hopeless, worthless, useless condition, but that God was moved by our plight. God was moved by our circumstances to do something about our condition. Jesus said in Luke's gospel, he gave his mission statement, and his mission statement is this: "The Son of Man has come to seek and to save that which is lost." And so Jesus is telling us 2 parables this morning about seeking and saving the lost. Now I want you to see, if you've got your Bibles, again on page 875, we're looking at two parables. These are the preface. These are the forerunners to a parable that we all know really well, the parable of the prodigal son. Now, if you look down at verse 31, it's all about this father who has lost his son. And he says at the conclusion, he says, "This son of mine, he was lost, but now he is found." So we get the larger context of what Jesus is talking about here. He's talking about these lost children of Israel. He's talking about these lost human beings that are away from God and what God has done about that. "For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever would believe in him." And yet that's good news for us who have been lost. That's good news for us who understand our brokenness and our separation from God because of our sin. But there are those who think that they don't need that. There are those who think that they are righteous on their own merits and that they're not lost, and thank you very much. They're like men on a trip. And, now we have GPSs, we don't need to worry about it. But in the olden days, you go on a trip, and I'd be driving around in circles, and my wife would say, "Are you lost?" And of course I'm not lost. I know exactly where I'm going, around and around in circles. And that, again, is the human condition. And we don't acknowledge our lostness. And so we see the context unfolding here. Luke chapter 15, verses 1 and 2. "And now the tax collectors and sinners were all drawing near to him, and the Pharisees and the scribes grumbled, saying, 'This man receives sinners and eats with them.'" So what occasion Jesus telling ultimately the parable of the prodigal son, but these first 2 parables about the lost sheep and the lost coin. It's that people were grumbling and complaining that he was seeking and saving the lost. Again, in Luke's gospel, he says, that's my mission statement. That's why I'm here. That's why I've come. The Son of Man has come to seek and to save the lost. And there were people who didn't understand it. There were people who didn't appreciate it. There were people, frankly and honestly, that were offended by this as his mission. And so I want us to see three things that are necessary for seeking and saving the lost. The first is this. Look again at what's going on here. Verse 1, now the tax collectors and sinners, that's code word, that's the outcast. Those are the people that people look down upon. Those are the people who worked for a living and who couldn't wash their hands the right way and do prayers at the right time of day because they were at work. They're trying to feed their families. And so the rich, the idle religious leaders, the scribes and the Pharisees, look down their nose at what the scriptures call the Am Haaretz, or the people of the earth. They look down their nose at the run-of-the-mill, the normal people, and called them sinners, or they were tax collectors. Tax collectors were traitors. They'd sold out their people in order to get rich by using the power of Rome's army to collect taxes. Rome said, this is how much you need to raise, $5, but if you can get $10 out of them, you can keep the other $5. So these people were insanely rich, and they used the power of the Roman army to subjugate their brothers and sisters, their cousins, to subjugate the people that they grew up with. And so they were hated, they were despised. Now this is amazing. It says here, now the tax collectors and sinners were all drawing near to hear him. The people that you would think would be the least likely to go to a religious leader are the ones who are flocking to this religious leader. So here's the question before us this morning. What is going on? Why was it that they were attracted to Jesus? There's something about Jesus that is winsome. There's something about Jesus that is attractive to those that are far away. Notice that they're not avoiding Jesus. Notice that they're not rejecting Jesus. Notice that they're not hostile to Jesus. How are the worldly, how are the lost in our world today? Do they flock to the churches to find out the good news of the gospel? Do they hang around with religious people and come and spend time with them in their company to get to know them and find out what they've got that the lost don't have? No, they don't do that. And yet with Jesus, they come to him, and then what happens? The religious people criticize Jesus. It's kind of mind-boggling. Jesus is winsome. Jesus is compassionate. The first thing that we need if we're going to be like Jesus is to be winsome and compassionate like Jesus. I had some friends that I went to high school with, and a couple of them after high school became police officers. And early in their career, they would tell me stories about the various things, their adventures as police officers, and they'd talk about coming upon accident scenes, and they said, there's three kinds of people that show up at a car accident, especially where there's a severe injury. The first are the looky-loos. They don't have any skin in the game, they're not invested in anything, but they're curious, so they come and they stand around on the sidelines and they look and they keep watching what's going on to see what's happening, and they're waiting for somebody in authority. They're waiting for somebody else to come and actually do something constructive, actually do something helpful. Then the next group of people that show up are the police officers. And they come and start measuring skid marks and writing citations and giving out tickets and writing out who's at fault and doing investigation. And then finally, the EMTs roll in and everybody gets out of their way. Because the EMTs aren't there to give lectures about safe driving. EMTs aren't there to have people blow into a straw to find out whether they were driving drunk or not. They don't care about any of that. They're cutting people out of crashed and mashed cars, and they're applying bandages, and they're giving first aid, and they're saying encouraging words, and they're helping people. The question that I want to ask us this morning is, in relationship to the lost, are we the looky-loos? There's a whole world outside of our four walls that are going to hell apart from Christ. And do we care about them at all? Or do we just go along blithely along our way, just kind of watching the crazy stuff that happens in the world and not being invested in it in any way? Or are we like the Pharisees? Are we police officers? Are we investigating? Well, if you didn't do this, and if you were in church like you were supposed to be, and if you didn't make these decisions, and if you didn't act like that, then everything would be fine. And we're investigating them, and we're making judgments about them, and we're applying penalties to them. And they show up in church and they wear shorts, and we look at them like, oh, that's disgusting. And do we act like that? Those are the police officers. Those are the Pharisees. And that's who Jesus is speaking to when he tells these two parables. And then there's a third group, the EMTs. They don't care who's at fault. Their job is simply to get in there, get their hands dirty, and to help the people who are hurt, help the people who are struggling in the midst of the mess that has occurred around them. Sometimes by the choices that they make on their own. Well, isn't that what happens when people run a red light? They make a bad choice and they cause an accident. The church is a hospital for sinners. Trinity is a hospital for sinners. And I hope as followers of Jesus, a disciple is one who walks in the footsteps of the Master. As followers of Jesus, that we would walk in His footsteps, that His priorities would be our priorities, that His mission would be our mission. So Jesus sees what's taking place. He sees their attitudes. He sees their hearts. And so He tells three parables. Now again, in verse 31, He's talking about the prodigal son. He says, "My son who was lost is now found." But He tells these other two parables first to kind of set the stage for that. And the parable is about a lost sheep and about a lost coin. And the children got the message this morning. I don't need to stand up here. Thank you, Carol. The point was made abundantly clear that these things that have been lost are things of inherent value. If you've got a coin that is missing, if you've got money, and the pictures of a peasant person, a person that doesn't have a lot of wealth. And so if they lose a coin, that's a significant hit. And they're going to put forth the effort. So the first thing we need, if we're going to seek and to save the lost, is that we have to have compassion for the lost. Not condemnation, not doing investigation about why they're in the mess that they're in. We don't need to do any of that. We need to love them. We need to have compassion. We need to reach out to them. The second thing is that we've got to make an effort. This isn't easy. They don't come to us. They're not like, we're not Jesus. They're not flocking to us. Our doors are open, and I don't see a line standing out in front of the door to get in here this morning. I wish that it was that way. It should be that way. We're a hospital for sinners. We have the good news. We want to share that good news, but they're not standing in line out there. I don't see them. So we need to put forth some effort. Now, the coin has inherent value. The sheep has inherent value. And so do human beings created in the image of God. Go back to the book of Genesis. God created and it was good. God created and it was good. God created and it was good. And then He came to human beings. God made man in His image. Male and female, He created them, and they were tov meod. They were very good. The apex of creation, the height of what God has done. We look at people and we make judgments about them. Oh, well, they're just beneath contempt. Oh, well, they're just not worth my time or my energy. No. Tov meod. They are very good, created in the image of God. Like a coin or like a sheep, they have inherent value. They have inherent worth. Why don't we care about that? On Sunday mornings, you see me, I've got this big ring that I wave around in your face here. When I got my master's degree, I was going to go out and get a different one, but I thought about it and said, no, I want this ring. And when I got my doctorate, I had the same process and said, no, I want this ring. And this is the reason why I want this ring. I got it when I was a senior or a junior in college. And so it was given to me, or I paid for it. It wasn't given to me, but I got this ring, and so I had it. And then my senior year, a friend and I, at Christmas break, neither of us had jobs. And my family had a family camp up in Wyoming County in Pennsylvania, northeastern Pennsylvania. And my family camp was basically, it was a screened-in porch on a creek. And at Christmas break, we didn't have a job. We didn't have anything to do. We had homework, so we took a bag of books with us. And we went up to my family camp. And it's about 6 hours away from where I grew up. And so we're up in the woods in this rustic camp, and we are there, we're hanging out, we're eating, we're cooking stuff on the fire and whatever. And in the morning I got up to go wash my face. Now the water, 32 degrees is freezing. It was probably 30 degrees, but it was moving, so it hadn't frozen. And I stuck my hands in to get water to wash my face, and my fingers constricted, and my ring slid off. Now, there's a little creek that runs by the cabin, and it goes down some waterfalls into a pool, and then down the waterfall again to a bigger pool, and then out into this larger creek where in the summer there was a swimming hole, and you could ride, if it rained a lot, you could ride inner tubes and things down this creek. So I go to wash my face, I bring my hands up out of the water, and my ring is gone. I mean, I haven't had it but a few months, and I'm freaking out. It's freezing out. The water is freezing, and I'm on my hands and knees in the water digging through this thing, and I can't find it in this pool. It must have gone over the waterfall into the bigger pool. And my friend is looking out from the cabin at me. What are you doing? I lost my ring. Come and help me. So he comes out, and he's getting soaked, and we're digging through looking for this ring. And we didn't find it. So we put all our stuff in the car and we drove 6 hours home, and we went to his house and got hip waders and wetsuits, and we got a metal detector and we wrapped it up in a big plastic trash bag, and we drove 6 hours back up to Forkston. And in the morning when it was first light, we went out with the metal detector and we started down by the big creek and we worked our way. The ring had never left the little pool that I tried to wash my face in. It went right to the bottom. And that metal detector works really good. Beep, 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 beep. It was right there. But I didn't know where it was. And then we found it. Now, that's a lot of effort for a ring. How much more effort should we put into lost humanity? To people who are created in the image of God, created very good by a God who loves them and wants them brought back into the fold, back into right relationship with Himself. Look again at the parables. Verses 4 and 5. What man among you has 100 sheep, if he has lost one of them, does not leave the 99 in the open country and go after the one that is lost until he finds it? Until he finds it. Or then again down in verse 9, or verse 8. Or a woman having 10 silver coins, if she loses one coin, does not light a lamp and sweep the house and seek diligently until she finds it. We need to have compassion for the lost. We need to have a heart that is willing to put forth some effort in pursuing them. But notice, for both the coin and the sheep, that the search didn't go for, I gave it a half an hour and then I quit. I put in a little bit of time and effort, but it was too much work and I quit. No, perseverance. We need compassion. We need to put forth effort, and we need to persevere. We need to keep pursuing people. They're a lost cause. There's no such thing as a lost cause. So when I was little, my mom was a school teacher. She was a home ec teacher, and I would spend the day with my grandmother. And my mom came and picked me up, and then we would go home, and she'd cook dinner, and we'd have dinner. And one day, though, she had a project she needed, so she went to a fabric store. And so she picked me up from my grandmother's, and we went to the fabric store. And she was busy looking at the samples of all the different materials and not paying a whole lot of attention to me, and I'm wandering all over the store. And then I come up to her and say, "Mommy, where's Mr. Man?" "I don't know. What did you do with him?" "I don't know. I can't find him. Where's Mr. Man?" It's getting on to 5 o'clock. The store's about to close. My mom is frustrated beyond words, and I don't have my buddy, Mr. Man. And so, we'll get you a new one. No. New ones come with a nice teak base that they stand on, and they have leather arms, and there's different kinds of them that hold spears and different things in their hands, and they have hair on their head. I don't want one of them. I want my bald Mr. Man. I want my Mr. Man. Not just any generic teak little troll, whatever this thing is. I don't even know what it is. Notice the arms. It's a piece of rope put together with some wire that my grandfather fixed for me after I pulled the leather ones out. We're not going anywhere till I find... So my mom's ready to go, and she's trying to drag me out of the store. But I don't have Mr. Man. We're not leaving the store. I'm grabbing the door jamb and falling out on the floor and having a tantrum. Not only is Mom not going anywhere, but neither is the manager. Neither are the clerks. So we're staying at this fabric store until we find Mr. Man. And we were there for a long time looking for Mr. Man. And I don't know who, the little clerk, little girl, eventually found him. I'd stuffed him up into one of those car things that the bolts of cloth are on. I'd stuck him up inside of one of them. How she found it, I don't know. But we weren't going anywhere until I'm coming home with Mr. Man. You got to be persistent. And we hung in there and we kept looking until we found it. And now I can go home. He resides in my sock drawer, but when I packed to come down here, Cheryl was going to stay back home in York. So I'm unpacking stuff, and I get to the box with my socks in it, and Cheryl stuck Mr. Man in there for me. Thank you, honey. He's there to comfort me while she's not here. If we're going to seek and to save the lost, we need the same kind of compassion that Jesus exhibited toward the lost. We need to put forth effort in seeking them, and we need to be persistent in that effort until they come home. We need to pray for them. Our budget needs to reflect our mission and our commitment to seeking and saving the lost. We need to have a heart for missions here in Pinehurst, but also around the world. And we do. There's a board out by the fellowship hall that shows you the missionaries and where they are and who we support. But there's one other piece to the story this morning, and I don't want us to miss it. Verse 6, and when he comes home, he calls together his friends and neighbors, saying to them, "Rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep that was lost. Just so I tell you that there will be more joy in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous persons who have no need of repentance." Or verse 10, "Just so I tell you, there is joy before the angels of God over one sinner who repents." That God cares so much about this, that when a sinner repents, that when one of these lost persons is found and brought back into right relationship with God, that there is a party in heaven. When we were a young married couple, I was on staff with Young Life. Cheryl's a nurse. She actually had a day shift. She worked from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. And I was hosting a staff day, so it was my area, York, Pennsylvania. Lancaster came, Carlisle came, so they came with their leaders. There were 30 or 40 leaders and 4 or 5 staff at the staff day at my house. And so I'm teaching and leading things, and now it's about 2:30. The day's wrapping up, and I realized I haven't seen Josh in a while. Cheryl's pregnant with Caleb, and I haven't seen Josh in a while. And so I called, Josh, and I don't hear anything. I go look in the front of the house, he's not there. In the backyard, he's not there. I go through the house, he's not there. And now the adrenaline is kicking in. And I'm beginning to have, shortness of breath, and oh my gosh, I've got to find this kid because Cheryl's coming home, and if I don't have this kid. Now, see, I could have had the attitude, well, Cheryl's pregnant. So this kid's defective. He disappeared. I don't need this kid. Who wants to horse around with this kind of mess? She's going to pop out another one. We're just going to move on, and I don't need to worry about this one. No, I can't have that attitude. So I'm freaking out now. The other leaders are freaking out. The other staff are freaking out. Now they're all out in the neighborhood. Joshua! And there's no response. And it's getting closer and closer to the time that Cheryl's going to come home. Either Joshua is home with me or I'm a dead man. And so we got to find Josh. One of the kids in one of the other areas was a college cross-country guy. He went running. We lived on Hillendale Drive North, and Hillendale Drive North went around to Hillendale Drive South, and the whole circuit was maybe 1.5 miles. While I was running my mouth at the staff day, Josh had gotten on his big wheel, and he's about 3, and he rolled himself to the far corner of this big circle, and he's about 3/4 mile away, and this guy had found him. So he snatches Josh up, and he comes running down the sidewalk with the big wheel in one hand and Josh under his arm, and when he shows up in the driveway, everybody was high-fiving and jumping around and dancing, and Cheryl pulls into the driveway. "What's going on?" "Nothing, honey. It's all under control. Everything's good." No, seriously, what's going on? "Everything's fine. Josh is right here." What happened to Josh? He disappeared for a little while, but he's here. See, everybody's happy. It's good, right? Yeah. There is more rejoicing in heaven over one sinner who comes to repentance, over one of these lost persons who comes back into relationship with God, than over the 99, now he's talking to the Pharisees, over the religious people, over 99 who are where they're supposed to be, doing the things they're supposed to be. There's more rejoicing in heaven over one of these who is lost. Do we have a heart for the lost? Do we care about those that are away from God, that are making poor decisions in their lives, and they don't know any better? They're foolish. Their foolish hearts were darkened. Professing to become wise, they became fools, and instead of worshiping the Creator, may He be blessed forever, they worship, this is Romans 1 I'm speaking right now, they worship other things. They worship popularity, they worship money, they worship sex, they worship power, they worship prestige, they worship upward social mobility, they worship all kinds of the wrong things. Do we care enough about those people to have compassion for them? Do we care enough about those people to put forth effort What kind of effort am I talking about? Pick up the phone and call them. Invite them to church. Invite them to different activities. Build a relationship with them. Get to know them. Spend time with them. Those are the people who are coming around Jesus. Do we attract the lost or do we repel the lost because we're police officers instead of EMT?